Welcome back to Juxta Chef PDF. Today we are doing Colcannon, the real Irish potatoes. So, what do we have going on here? So, we've got about 3.7 pounds of boiled potatoes, skin on. You don't have to have skin on, you can peel them if you want to. I like the fiber, I like the additional minerals. It's healthy for you, lots of iron, good stuff. You're going to be boiling that while you do a few other things. You're going to take some leeks, ideally. I didn't have any leeks. I did have some red onion that I very badly needed to use. So I put about a good 2 medium-sized red onions into this pot with 2 ounces of butter. I browned that together. Beautiful. Smells great. This will work instead of leeks. You can use leeks. I'd recommend leeks, but again, you don't have to. Over here, we have half of a cabbage, which was diced. So half of a diced cabbage into a pot, which I began with 3 pieces of diced bacon, and I lightly browned that, and then I added the cabbage, and then I added about 2 ounces of butter. Good idea before you add all this stuff together is go ahead and throw some salt on. Healthy amounts are fine. Potatoes suck up salt a lot. Go ahead, throw some pepper on there. You don't have to. It's not a super Irish thing to add pepper, but I like it. And you can also add garlic. I'm not adding garlic this time, but that's also cool. I'm doing this to the cabbage before I add it to everything else because it's going to be easier to just dump in those ingredients in advance versus trying to add it in later. So there's all of it. It's about 3.7 some pounds of potatoes. And then we've got our cabbage going in. This was all non-stick pans. I could have done with steel in reality, but being lazy, you can't argue with that. This is like copper something or other. That's what it's called. Copper something or other. The brand name. And we've got our onions caramelized in 2 ounces of butter. Again, a non-stick. Most of you are probably going to use non-stick anyway. Steel does cook faster, but you gotta really be a hawk. Okay, now you need to start mixing this. In order to mix this, you're gonna add some milk. So you only have 4 ounces of butter in this thing. We gotta add some dairy. There's a lot of stuff to get mixed up. You're gonna add about a cup. It's about a cup. Let's go ahead and start there, and we'll see what happens. And you can add other things to this too. Feel free to throw in things like sour cream. You can add things like cream cheese. You can add other kinds of cheese, any kind of cheese you want. I mean, this is just a potato dish. And again, you're cleverly adding all this good stuff, okay? There's a lot of fiber in this. In Ireland, you could have this any time of the day. Normally you maybe don't want to do this on your stove when you're mixing it, but for the video, this is basically it. Not quite as creamy as I like it. I think we have a good amount of water though, and steam going. This is almost looking good. I'm going to throw some sour cream on. And this is all going to be to taste, alright guys? So just use whatever. That's a good place to start. And I'll loosen it up a little bit. Can't recommend enough getting really nice big bowls like this too. Really helps, as you can see. And you could have put this in the pot that you cooked it in even, if you felt you had enough space. But when it comes down to mashing, you're always going to want some more space. Yeah, the sour cream was the way to go this time around. And I've done all kinds of ways of doing this. This is just a generalized way, and you get the picture, okay? It's going to look something like this. There's a lot of dairy going in. You may have also heard of something called champs, which is sort of the British preferred word for this. And it is also slightly different. Although, realistically, this is what you're going to do. This is Colcannon. True Irish peasant food. You could live on this forever. Until you get a heart attack. That's it. This is what it looks like. Feel free to add salt, pepper to taste, any other seasonings. No one's going to care. We'll go ahead and add garlic. That's fun. I've done that before. That's great. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care, folks.